Hi, everybody. Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and joining me is the lovely Sharon Scott. Hi,
Oh,
Sharon.
you always make me feel so good.
How
Coming
could
from
I
coming
not?
from
You're
Heidi
fab-
Ripka.
How are you? It's so good to see you.
I know. You know what? I don't feel like I've gotten to see you as much lately. Is it my imagination or is it
I think it's your imagination because we did this last Wednesday.
I know, but
It,
it just
it,
seems like maybe it just seems like 2 weeks instead of 1.
it does feel that way, but I just wanted to make sure we are live on Facebook. So if you're joining us on JTV Extra, JTV main page, Judith Ripka. We've covered all of our bases here, Sharon. So
That's
hope
awesome.
people will be joining us to say hello. But I hope you've had a nice week. It has been a while, but it's only been 7 days.
Oh, it just seems like maybe we need to do it twice a week and then I'll be okay.
Okay, we'll have to investigate that. We'll have to.
Okay. Okay.
We could start doing it twice a week, but it's February. It's the end of February. Hi, Judith. Thanks for joining us. Um, So Valentine's Day is behind us. We still have about a month and change until Easter and Passover and Mother's Day. But I was feeling the remnants of Valentine's Day. I wanted to stay with the tradition of love. So I thought tonight would be a good night to talk about one of my favorite colors, which is pink.
Yes. Yes.
Stay
Yes.
with romance, going into the spring. What's prettier than pink?
There's not anything. I don't think. I really don't.
It's the most romantic. It's the most feminine, in my opinion, color that there is, and Judith Ripka does pink so well, and when I was going through everything that we have to offer right now in pink, I was like, "We need to do a pink story
Oh,
for Judith's Jewelry Box tonight." So, a few of the pieces I originally selected, Sharon, I think might have sold out between the time I selected them and tonight, but I still have plenty for us to talk about. So, I'm starting with the glacier ring. This was a style that was direct from couture. It has 3 oval pink Bellucci gemstones that are on top of a slice of white mother of pearl, so that means they're duplet stones, and it's called glacier because the faceting on these stones is kind of like when you look at a glacier and everything's kind of rough cut, all different facets. That's what we did with these stones, and then we held the stones in place with pave Bellucci prongs, wider ones with 2 rows for the center stone and then single ones for these side stones. We did rope wraps on the side leading to the shank, and then we did an all berget shank here, and that berget is that gorgeous fine lines. And we did this in our frosty white, which is our sterling silver with rhodium plating. And Jen Miller is the one that gave our silver that nickname of Frosty White, and I love it. Like, it's the perfect descriptor for our sterling silver.
it is. I love that. It is frosty white. And nobody does the beautiful, beautiful little overlay that you talk about, like I don't think these are probably called the clovers, but they look like that little overlay. I love that. That makes it so dressy.
One of the signatures to the Judith Ripka collection is that a prong is never just a prong. It's not an afterthought. It's not there. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for joining us. A prong isn't there just to hold the stone in place. A prong is part of the design. So when you look at a ring like this and you look at the beautiful, rich, thick pave Bellucci prongs, that's very intentional. That's to add to the beauty of Judith Ripka's designing that 360-degree aesthetic.
Hmm.
Hi, Lynn. Lynn said pretty in pink. Thank you. And I don't know, Lynn, if you were here from the beginning, but that is the theme of the night is pink. Beautiful pink.
You look so pretty in that pink too. And
Oh,
what amazes me is how, well, that's not really amazing. It's just so true that pink looks really, really great on pink. It just pulls the colors together. You just sparkle pink. It's
no,
Pink-a-licious.
it is. And it's funny because this evening when I was like, oh, what do I want to wear tonight? And I was looking at all my different options, and I'm like, "You know what? I want pink with my pink." Because to your point, something just so pretty about wrapping yourself in pink.
Mhm.
I agree with that, and I actually put the glacier ring with the pave bow ring, which might be sold out right now, but I know so many of you either own it already or you've been on wait list, and I just think that it's like putting that bow on top of a present when you stack our bow ring with another ring, and I know it's a fabulous ring on its own, the bow ring. It
Oh,
is
oh,
perfect on its own, but I just thought it looked so great together that on my hand, I had to put it that way.
I was somewhere the other day, I don't remember, it was, in a little boutique somewhere or something, and I thought I was looking at this outfit, and I put a top on top of another top, and I thought, "Is this too much?" And I thought, "No," because Heidi always says, and Judith, "More is more." So
That's right. That's right. I'm so proud of you. It's so true. More is more. You can't go wrong. And if it feels good and to you it looks right, who's going to tell you otherwise?
Right.
No rules. We don't, rules are out the window, right? Like we do what makes us feel good.
That's
And if it makes you feel good, then that's what you need to be wearing.
yay.
So I also am wearing a great pair of pink earrings. Let me take one out to show you. These are from the Ariel collection. And it goes back to what I always talk about with our collections. Just because something's from one collection doesn't mean you don't work it back to the other. So this is from the Glacier collection. This is the Ariel earring. So the Ariel earring has a really nice, chubby Pave Bellucci earring top. So it fills up a nice amount of space on your earlobe, which I like because gives it a little more substance. It's nicely balanced with this double rose cut oval cabochon pink belluce that has our beautiful berget going around that bezel. And then we've accented it with our cherry beads. So the three beads we call our cherries. And it has just a little swing, a little motion because of the links connecting the top and the bottom. We dropped the post on here. You can see from here down, it's dropped, which means it's just gonna sit on a, raised up on your lobe so that if your piercing is a little stretched, it'll help conceal that a little bit. And the omega back means it's just gonna sit really nicely and upright on your ear.
Mm. And it does. I mean, it's just really front and center, just perfect.
Perfect. And I'm gonna actually I remembered to bring tweezers today. Let's
So
skilled enough
proud of you.
tweezer. I know, because what I wanted to do was show everybody the size of them. Now, here's the trick. Can I do this? And am I on the right side? So from top to bottom, they measure about an inch and a half, I'd say. So they hit right at my jawline, basically.
That's just perfect. There's not too much, it's not too little. This could be worn with a heavy necklace or a lighter necklace. It's just the right spot.
And it is one of those transitional earrings that can go from day to night.
Mm,
So I would, without question, wear this during the day, wear it to work, because you have the sparkle on the earring top, but it's not all encompassing. And also the scale of this makes it easy to wear during the day, but yet it has enough sparkle that if I was going out at night, I might change my necklace, I might do other things or change my outfit. But I feel like the earring is one of those really easy earrings to go from black to blue, everything in between, like Judith says. This
mhm.
one really does do all that.
Shh, 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 shh. My dog's scratching the cat. No, no, no.
And Lynn loves these earrings. They are great earrings, Lynn. They truly are. And there's something about pink and silver that I love that combination. And mind you, I have pink set in the 14 karat gold clad as well as my 18 karat, but there's something about the softness.
Hmm.
When I look at the pink and I look at it set in the silver, it just has a completely different feel
Hmm. It
when I
does. It does.
the silver with the rhodium.
You
Really.
know, when you're outside, if you're, and especially you being up a little further north, when you look at the snow, have you ever seen when the sun hits the snow and you see these pink and blue sparkles when the sun hits the snowflakes
Yeah.
and it has so that frostiness of
Yeah.
the snow, and then I see pink and I'm thinking, how do I see pink in the snow? But you do. And that's what it reminded me of when you were talking about that frostiness with that pink. It's like beautiful sun shining on snow.
Yes, it is, and it's I love that actually because I know I could picture 100% in my mind exactly what you're describing, and that really is such a nice descriptor. And then when you look at the facets in the pink Belluce, you just see the light, how it refracts off of it and just
Mm.
gives all that sparkle. Obviously, Bellucci is going to sparkle a lot to begin with, but then when you facet it, and it's faceted on both sides, so you get that light and that sparkle everywhere you look. So whether you're wearing your hair up or if you have short hair, it's completely finished on both sides, which I always appreciate that about our designs.
And I love checkerboard faceting. Do you? I mean, that's my favorite because I think it gives more opportunities for the light to hit that stone and give that reflection.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And that's one of the reasons why, if you look at a lot of our designs, as much as we do things with a classic faceting, where it has like your classic faceted table with a radiant bottom, more often than not, though, when you look at our collection, you will see variations. Like this is an earring that we launched recently from the Lola collection. This is more of a pineapple cut, but similar, where it's kind of a hybrid between, a checkerboard or a rose cut, and then it has added to it some horizontal lines, horizontal facets cutting through the checkerboard. We always like to use those interesting facets because of the play of light that it brings to the stones.
And
And
I
it's
think that's what makes your line, and that makes your line so so special is because instead of just having the traditional cuts, you have so many unique designer cuts.
Yes, absolutely, and that is one of the things that has always set the brand apart, is that we go the extra mile with the design, and we go the extra mile with the stones, and we decided long ago, Judith decided long ago, that she'd rather spend a little bit more to custom cut her gemstones and make add to the piece the design's uniqueness than to just buy, standard calibrated gemstones
Yeah.
that everybody could have, and you see them coming and going. That's not that's not the DNA of our brand. We
Mm.
always like to do something a little extra special for you because we know how much everybody appreciates those details and how well thought out they are.
Yeah, not only that, we've talked about this before, but if people are watching for the first time and they've never purchased, which I can't even imagine that, if they've never seen a Judith Ripka piece in person, if you see one and you see the beauty and the quality, you'll always be able to recognize a Judith Ripka piece because it has that extra, like you say, the extra touches everywhere. It's just
Yeah.
so high end in quality.
It's true. I ran into an old friend today who happens to also be in the jewelry business, and he was just asking me about, JTV and everything, and he was asking about what I was wearing, and I was wearing this cuff, but in the plaid. And he said, "Ooh, can I see that?" So I took it off and I handed it to him. And this is someone that's been in the jewelry business as long as I have. He's done all different things. He took one look at this and then he felt it. And then he looked at the inside and he felt the hinge. And he's like, I can't get over the gorgeous quality of the collection. And then he said to me, "So how much does something like this retail for?" And I looked up the price at JTV and he almost fell on the floor. Like, I can't get over the value that you're able to bring to JTV and hold up the same quality and craftsmanship that the brand is known for. I mean,
Exactly.
it's truly amazing that the collaboration between Judith Ripka and JTV and what we're able to bring to everybody. I'm so proud of it. I mean, I'm happy when a fellow jewelers, not only ask me, but also singing such praises. It says a lot for how the brand has really held up and how important it is for all those details to stay in place.
Mhm, mhm. Well, that quality and that taste is what has, kept your customers coming back over and over and over and over and over, you know?
Absolutely.
If you purchase a Judith Ripka piece once, you'll be back, and that's a testament to your quality and beauty.
And that's why quality is so important to me because it's about trust. Hi, Linda, for joining us. The quality, the designs, the execution, it's so important to me. I mean,
Mhm,
near and dear to my heart. And so when I'm able to now bring the couture pieces, the my babies, the things that I worked on for my entire career, and I'm just so proud to be able to talk about them, to talk about the details, to share why we did what we did. So for example, like the next earring I want to look at is the garland earring. This is one of the top selling earrings from the 18 karat gold couture collection. This is something that to this day, when I go to black tie affairs in New York, without fail, I usually see somebody wearing, if not a version of these, then something from the Garland collection, which is one of Judith's best known collections. And so I've done a few variations of this earring. I happen to love this one um, because, again, it's that frosty white with the pretty romantic pink stones in it. And so when you look at the quality, did I put on the wrong ear? There's a left and a right to this earring, by the way. So sometimes I put it on the wrong ear.
Oh, I need to look. I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah. So that way it's facing forward, you see?
Yes.
So this earring is, again, the same model that we made in 18 karat gold and all the same details. So you have what we were talking about earlier, those gorgeous double rose cut oval cabochon stones that have been custom cut. We added that beautiful sparkling bell luce in place of the diamonds. But when we made these in white golds, they were rhodium plated. We're making these in sterling silver. These are rhodium plated. So that means if you were to put this earring next to the 18 karat white gold version of it, you're going to have to loop it to determine which is which. You're not going to be able to tell the difference because they are identical. Only thing different is the base metal of it, which is 18 karat gold or sterling silver. And you need to know what you're looking at if you're looping the diamonds, because if you were to look at this versus the one with the diamonds, especially when they're micro pave, it's going to be really challenging to tell if you're not skilled at it.
You know, when you were talking about wearing these to, your the high-end events, I just in my mind, I just pictured you or some of these beautiful, elegant ladies wearing these and what they might be wearing it with and the function that they might be going to. I mean, these are uh, they just spark on all kinds of possibilities in your mind, and it makes you feel glamorous.
Always makes you feel glamorous, and with the collection overall, you should feel glamorous when you put them on. It should make you feel good. There is that mood enhancing ability when you put on Judith Ripka jewelry. Linda just said it would be great to have a tiny arc to indicate the direction of them. I know, Linda, I used to have the factory put a stamp on them where one said left L. I knew what you meant. Um, I was just reading and I realized after I read it, there used to be an L and an R on it, and I don't have my loop here. And from the time I made these until now, I didn't used to need readers now, and I don't have them here. So it very well might still say it, but to the naked eye, I don't see it, and I don't recall if it was engraved into the model or if it was something they used to hand stamp afterwards, which might be the case because in order for them to do the left right, after they assemble it, what they do is they take a little twist to the connecting link up here so that the angle when it's twisted changes the like very slightly changes the direction of this. So even if you didn't have them on the left and the right, you're not going to really notice the difference. I'm just so attuned to it, that's why I immediately realized that I could switch ears. But you'll see when you put them on and you switch them, it's you'll notice the difference. So, like I was saying with the Ariel earring, these are from the Garland collection. They all work together, but we lowered the post here. Up, someone's on my lap. We lowered the post here so that it sits up higher on your lobe. And again, we did our omega back to give you that extra support, and especially with a larger earring, it really helps a lot for support of the earring so it sits properly, but also when it's larger, having an omega back and keeping it from moving too much makes it more comfortable.
Mhm.
And this one also, I'm gonna take out my tweezers and I'm gonna measure them. I'm so proud of myself for remembering to do this. So when I measure these, they are approximately just shy of like 2 1/3, I would say, just about. So longer than the others that we were looking at. Actually, I'll put the others side by side so you could see. So there's a pretty significant difference
Mhm.
in the size of these. So depending on your comfort, depending on if you want something that's very easy to wear transitionally. This one, I wear things like this during the day. I know
Oh,
not everybody's comfortable with that. And to me, it's all about what else I'm wearing with it. But sometimes I would wear an earring like this with a sweater, but no necklace, for example. But this is a great earring if like you have a lot of events coming up, even special dinners. It has all these gorgeous details. So you have the bezel set Bella Luce accents. You have the cherries with the Bella Luce. You have the little cherry accent. You have the bezel here on the top of the earring. I mean, all over. Hi, Donna. I'm so glad you joined us. Donna bought these earrings and they dazzle and they're stunning and elegant.
oh,
I'm so happy. Donna, wear them and enjoy them in good health. These are magnificent earrings. I absolutely agree with you about everything you said about these. I'm so glad you have them. But they are truly such a special earring. And like the other ones, by the way, because they're direct from couture, if you have these in 18 karat white golds and you put them next to the ones from JTV, unless you're able to loop to see the hallmark of 18 karat or 925, they will look identical.
mhm,
They are
mhm.
from the same exact model in the same factory.
Mhm. I could see, wearing these. There, I went to a ladies' luncheon not too long ago, and it was actually something in a big sunroom, and people were dressed, I think, casually chic, and one lady had on a great cute little I don't wear a lot of jean jackets, but made me want to get one. She had on a jean jacket, a white blouse, some great jeans, and some big earrings like this. And I thought, man, that would look so good with like a pink sweater under a jean jacket. And then you've got your pink and this. You could wear them with anything.
Well, you can, and that goes to my point. Depending on how you're going to accessorize yourself with your outfit, you can do it for a luncheon. You can do it during the day. It's just how are you going to change it up? How are you going to tone it down for the day versus glamming it up at night? There's definitely ways of doing it. And that's why Judith always says from black tie to blue jeans and everything in
Oh,
between,
yeah.
wear this for all occasions. I just like recognize the fact that there are some people that just might not be comfortable doing that. But listen, if I was down visiting Judith in Palm Beach and walking Worth Avenue in a cute little sundress, you could guarantee I would have something like this on.
Can we go with you?
Absolutely. You're
I
all
want to go.
for. Would love that.
I think we need a field trip. I think you just need to gather your ladies that love Judith Ripka, and we just all need to meet.
We should. We should. And I know that there are several Ripkanistas that do still meet up. And I love when I hear about that. I think
Oh,
that's so nice. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining us. So, next I want to show you is from the Ariel collection. It's the Ariel chain. And this chain, again, direct from couture, it ties back to, oops, we're making a lot of motion here. It ties back to the garland earring and it ties back, obviously, to the Ariel earring. So this necklace has these pave oval stations that have our little accents on the side with the wait, hold on. Yeah, with the beads. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't Bella Luce accents. So you have the bead accents here. We have our kissing heart elements between, and then you go to the double rose cut pink Bellucci cabochons that are in the eyeglass bezel with our little cherry details, and the pattern repeats. So you have 4 stations of the Pave Bellucci, you have 4 stations of the double rose cut pink Bellucci, you have several of these kissing hearts, and then this necklace is really adjustable. So I actually think it's 20 inches, but goes to 16. Yeah, so you could actually, I think this fits into all the lengths. So even though it says 16 inches, the lobster claw will fit into all the lengths. So it's in its totality, it's a 20-inch length necklace, but you could obviously nest it and make it any length that you want. All you have to do is put the claw, if you want to wear it like as a choker, you just put it in here and let the tail hang down your back.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. So if we've got them, if we have enough, if you can get 2 of these, it would be awesome to do. I think what you have done is to have one that's nested here and then pendant, enhancer, whatever, or nothing. But I think it would be great to have 2.
It is great, and I know I recently saw it on Facebook today, I think I saw one of the Ripkanistas commenting that a lot of times she'll buy 2 of our chains or necklaces and put them together so
Mhm.
that she's not tied to an 18-inch or 20-inch. She has some more versatility. Yes, we also carry the 4-inch extenders, so you have another 4 inches that you could play with, but
Mhm.
yeah, and especially I've noticed that there's been a lot of really great pricing on JTV, like, they've done some clearance on some styles, so you never know, you could snag one of these pieces at a great price, and it makes sense to buy 2 of them.
Oh, I love that. I love it. And I love the extender. I love the fact that I think that's so smart. I don't know why people don't do that all the time. That to make it to where the links are large enough that you can put that lobster claw through there and make it the size that you want. I mean, that's fabulous. And to be honest with you, I don't know of any other line that does that. I really
Oh,
can't. In my
really?
25 years, no, no, I really don't. I can't think of one. I mean, there may be one out there that's random.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
I
maybe.
that's the one.
Wait, I just noticed I just looked on the, JTV page, and we had a couple of comments, so Alice, was asking if one of us was Judith, but no, Alice, if you're still watching, I'm Heidi Ripka, and I'm joined with Sharon Scott, who you probably are familiar with from JTV. And Alexis was asking about pricing. Alexis, if you go to jtv.com and in the search bar you put in Judith Ripka, if you go into colors and you just bring up white metal, you'll start to see all the styles we're looking at. Orange is insisting on trying to sit on my lap tonight, and he's
Oh,
furry today for me. So you can find all the pricing there. So I hope you're both still watching so that you saw my answers. And Donna said she's been to Palm Beach several times and stayed at the Breakers. Ooh, that's
oh,
special. Lucky you. Um,
that was where I
yeah.
spent the first night, many, 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 many years ago of our honeymoon was at the Breakers.
Oh, nice place to have a honeymoon.
Yeah, that was
Love that.
awesome.
Very exciting. So sadly, we were going to present the matching garland enhancer that I'm wearing, and it's right here, but we just found out that it's sold out. However, I will tell you that I am sending mine back tomorrow. So if this is something that you had your eye on, make sure you're on the wait list because somebody's going to be able to get this one that I'm sending back because I know it's going back into inventory and it has all the same details as the earring that we looked at. It's just a little bit larger in scale. So if you see this is the earring, I'm going to just put it on top. Well, it's going to be really hard to see here, but it's slightly larger than the earring drop, but all the same details with those oval double rose cut cabochons, the micro pave double halos. You have the little pave sections in between the stones, and then, of course, all of our little cherries throughout. And this has our Judith Ripka Couture snap bail, which means it's on a little hinge. You put it on a chain, and this piece just snaps closed and it just clicks into place, which is super easy. I just didn't want to spend too much time since I know we're sold out of it, Sharon. So
Oh, well, at least somebody's gonna get one.
somebody's going to get one. And like I was saying before, Linda says hi to Orange. He's lovely. He is lovely, but I brush him because every time he's jumped on my lap, his fur is flying into my face. Yeah, very regularly, so it doesn't happen. So we have to do that. Hi, Christy. Just bought some incredible. Oh, thank you, Christy. Christy from JTV just bought a whole bunch of Judith Ripka pieces for herself. So enjoy them. But I was saying earlier to to uh, Alexis that if you want to find pricing, but if you want to find all of the styles and you're not watching on JTV Extra, when you go to jtv.com, you put Ripka in the search bar. And then on the drop down menu, if you go to white metal, you'll find all the styles that we're looking at and more. You could probably also drill down and add in, I think there's an option for stone color. You put in pink. It should bring up Pink Bellucci. I would need to double check. But there's a lot of great styles because we just launched, for example, these two rings during my February rotation. So we had the Lola ring with the links of love. And then we have this gorgeous Lots of Love ring that we just launched, which is amazing. And the Lots of Love collection, yeah, the not the Lots of Love, I'm sorry. The Lola collection also has these earrings that we looked at. We have the amazing cuff from that suite. Then we also have the loop-de-loo. So there's a lot of really pretty pink styles, but I know we were a little limited with our time, Sharon, so I didn't want to go too crazy.
Oh,
This was, again, so many pretty styles. I'm so appreciative, Sharon, of you doing these with me because it's always so much fun talking.
what a pleasure. Are you kidding to be able to dress up in this jewelry? And the only thing is I just buy it all. I mean, that I can't help it because when you see these pieces, I mean, the quality, there's so many things that I wish that I could say, just different, the way the stones, the way that the little stations match the pendant and the earrings. You just have to see it all. It's really art, to be
It,
honest.
it is art.
Yeah.
It truly is. That's why I used to always love, periodically, I'd go into our stores for work reasons, but I always loved it because it felt like I was walking into a little museum.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
All of the details, all the jewelry truly is a work of art. So, like Judith would always say, it's like walking into a jewel box. It is walking into a jewel box, but it's more than a jewel box because it really is so special and so unique. Because you could have walked up and down so many, there's so many stores on Madison Avenue where we had our flagship, but nothing compares to looking at Judith Ripka and looking at all the details. And that's the magic of Judith Ripka. And so when you do get it home and you do see all the details and you do feel the quality, you understand why Judith Ripka has been around for 50 years. Maybe.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, and two, the fact that she has designed for presidents' wives and so many celebrities. I mean, that's another testament to the quality
It,
and beauty and her reputation and your reputation as you carry the banner on or the torch.
uh, she passed the torch and I've been carrying it on and I'm behind the scenes and supporting her for 30 years now. And it's out of love for this incredible collection. I mean, I could talk to you about this twice a week. I could talk about it all day, every day because oh my
Listen, this I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this is the truth. Heidi and I were talking before we got on air, and honestly, it is the absolute truth. This is her love. I mean, this is a passion, and it is for me too because I love beautiful things. These are works of art, and I love art. I mean, it's just you have to see it and see all the details on the clasps and on each piece and on the cherries as you refer to. You've got to, and most everybody has, but the people that haven't, you'll be so happy when you do.
Well, that's what I really appreciate about the Ripkaneses, for example. They have a discerning eye.
Mhm.
They see that, and that's why I believe they've fallen in love with the collection because of the beauty, because of their eye for the beautiful craftsmanship and the artistry that goes into the designs and makes it so different and distinctive and unique, and it's so well made that you can't not feel proud when you're wearing it, and that's why it makes you feel so good because you know you're wearing something that you've invested in that is going to stand the test of time, that's going to be heirloom quality jewelry, that's not something that's gonna go out of style, that's pieces that you can wear for years and years. There was something I was wearing the other day, and I realized that I'd had it for 30 years. I'm like, I love it as much today as I did 30 years ago when I first purchased it
Mhm.
as a young, 20-something-year old.
Mhm.
And it's also says my taste, I might have been, in my 20s back then, but in my age now, I still love those pieces.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
That, well, and think about this. I think about, and we talk about history because we both love history. You think about the jewels, the crown jewels, or jewels that have been, in royal homes for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and they're still exquisite, if not more so. That's kind of the way Judith's pieces are. I was wondering, do you think you ever could get Judith to come on with us?
I'd like to say yes, but I don't think I'd have to be I'd have to be handling all the tech end of things. Maybe I'll try to get her to do it like a quick like hello when I'm down there in March. But
Okay.
beyond Judith's jewelry box, I'll see what I could do, but I
That'd be
would
fun.
be hard to pull off.
She's such a beautiful, wonderful woman, but she's so lucky to have you. I mean, she's so blessed to have somebody that carries her spirit on, and you do so
Thank-
well.
Well, I'm lucky to have her because she and I get on the phone and we talk about jewelry and the collection all the time because the way I love it, she loves it. And it's a language that we both share and we both get a lot of joy being
Mm,
able to talk about it. So
mm.
it's fun, but I don't want to keep anybody any longer. It's already been almost 40 minutes, Sharon, but it's okay
Oh my God.
to talk about jewelry.
It's
So
so much fun.
to have to say goodnight to everybody and good night to you, Sharon. And I want to thank everybody that's joined us this evening. Um, and I can't wait to see you all again next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, we'll all be here.
Great. Well, I'll see you then. Hope
Okay.
everybody see you soon. Bye bye.